Hello, everybody.
Hello there. Oops.
Oops,
Our Bobby dog just kicked the stand.
the stand. Um, in the first place, a very happy new year to you all. May 2025 be good to you in all respects.
Yeah. We were thinking maybe to have a bit of looking back at
A review
a
and a
review and a
preview.
preview. Yeah, and a preview. If there can be something like a
Mm,
preview, but what is the trends going forward?
yeah.
So I think December was extremely busy with people coming on retreat. It was quite a surprise for us because we've been used to having spaces, and it was really actually fully booked. And I think what we found is how well the retreat house functions
Yes.
and how comfortable it is for people, how they relax in the space. So that was wonderful to see that.
Mm,
The work of the year, the resettling, the um, renovations, all of that is not completely finished, but as it is
mm,
very functional, it works, um, and it was lovely to see that.
mm, mm. Yeah, it's often Nietzsche has a saying, a long obedience in the same direction.
Yeah.
Often, when you work on a project such as the retreat house, at stages you feel, "I- is it ever going to fall in place and
Mm,
come together
mm,
and function as this space that we have in mind?" And then you just stick to it and you do the next thing and you do the next thing and you obedient in the same direction, a long obedience, and then it falls into place. And the moment people come into the picture, they come for the retreats, then there's this new dimension and there's life flowing in this old
yeah.
house.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful to see how everything comes together, how it plays out, and how it surprises us.
Yes, yes, and I do think that the natural beauty of Tafelkop
Mm,
plays a big part. We often say that we just the custodians of this space,
mm,
that we are keeping it. We're trying to to make it what it can possibly be, but it's the nature, the setting, uh, the climate, even this
mm.
sort of a micro weather that we have here. All of it just plays into that feeling of well-being when people are here.
Mm. Because it's so interesting there, right at the beginning, many years ago, when we were thinking of finding a space for a retreat, being in nature was a very big factor for
Yeah, it
us.
was one of the building stones. We
Yeah.
felt that, and to be creative,
And it must be silent.
silent.
And all those factors come into play, and we see how effective it is.
How it benefits people.
When
Yeah.
when you're in a bad space, to be exposed to nature is healing.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
so it's and the rains came late. I think for the majority of South Africa, the most parts of South Africa, we had late rains. But almost as the retreats started at the beginning
Mm.
of December, the rains came, and it is
Yeah,
greener than green.
yeah. Yeah, it's lovely. It's just beautiful to see the change. And the winter was beautiful, and then you can't believe that it can be this green actually.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. So, looking back, we often say when you go into the retreat house and you look around, you might say we have eclectic taste in terms of furniture and mattresses and kitchen appliances and whatever. But we treasure that because it is all these donations and gifts that
Yes.
we've received in the course of last year, whether couches and chairs and kitchen appliances, all that. And we're really grateful because it's an effort to to fill all the spaces and to
Mm,
have enough chairs.
and to really make it comfortable. So we really welcome those donations, and for the patrons that help us to get the space into the condition that it can work this way. We are so thankful for them as
Yeah,
well.
because we try to do the majority of work, but through the donations and support of patrons, we can get
Subcontractors.
subcontractors,
Mm.
plumbers, painters, and so on. Uh, Without them, it wouldn't have been possible.
No, not at all.
So we're
Yeah,
really, really grateful for that.
yeah.
So that is looking back.
Yeah, I think looking forward, I think the main thing at this stage would be to get the pottery studio uh, really up and running. At this stage, it's a garage that a third of the garage sort of is the holding space for everything that we would need for the workshop. And then if we have a workshop booked, we take out the vehicles and we set up everything. The kiln is actually installed there and working. So I think for me personally, it's been a challenge last year for a number of reasons, but also because everything is not nicely set out in a studio to be productive with the pottery. But the workshops are picking up very rapidly, and that and also for me, I feel
Mm,
I want to get back into production more. I have ideas about more of a contemplative
range.
range of little pottery labyrinths, and maybe working a bit with icons and relief work that I started a bit with last year. So that I'm really looking forward to for this year to get.
Mm.
I think there will be we will need to get into a new rhythm with more people coming, um, uh,
Because
more.
it all happened all at once.
Yeah, we came back from our vacation and we knew that December was going to be jam packed. The bookings was coming in, and January and February also picking up. So we will have to work around that, and that will be a bit of a getting used to.
Yeah,
Wonderful, we're grateful. So
absolutely.
please don't book because you don't want to. Um,
Please do not book.
Do not book. Please do come.
Yeah.
We
Um,
will get into our new rhythm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit still to be done inside the house. We have to put up the library and hang paintings and pictures
Mm,
and all
mm,
of that. But the
mm,
main focus now will be the pottery studio, carports, because we have to take out the vehicles and have carports because the weather is a little bit harsh here. So it's all almost, you have to do the one thing to do the others, and they
mm.
have to first things first, but not necessarily in that order. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit of a juggling act.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
but we're very excited. And also, what you want to do with the pottery is to make crockery for the retreat house
Yes,
in
yes.
itself.
Yeah, I would love to make a specific range for the retreat house. And I would love to have a bit of even if it's just a bookcase with a bit of a shop, um, with stock, and
Mm,
rusks. Everybody loves the rusks. Everybody want a mug, or they would like to take a little something home to just have stock that that can make it possible as well.
yes.
So yeah, I can be nice and creative this year. I would be looking
Mm,
forward to that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you personally?
I'm saying to Matilda, my biggest ambition is to remain standing. Uh, there's
Yeah.
such a lot of
We're very
work.
busy. Yeah, and I think also busy in the sense that spiritual directions
Mm,
sessions are picking up. George is involved with the training of spiritual directors. I finished my training now, so I can start to lighten the load a bit for him during retreats. But so that as well, it added another layer of activity to our lives. Um, but saying that, we also know that it's such a powerful process that we ourselves find such a lot of benefit from that. We really invite you. We've done that before, and if you feel like you would be interested in being trained as a spiritual director
Yeah, the
too.
intake next year will be in the middle of the year, June. And if you make contact and say you're interested in training in spiritual direction, we can send you the information as well.
Yeah, and that is now not a personal thing that the Restory is doing.
No, it's
So,
done through the Center of Spirituality in Pretoria. Um, but we just witness how effective and important the spiritual direction sessions is, and how helpful. It's such part and parcel of the retreat experience, going deeper, focusing on issues that you don't always get the opportunity to focus on.
yes, and to hear yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think in summary, I would say last year was very much settling in. This year is sort of gearing up in terms of the retreat center really starting to work.
Yes.
So, and that is exciting.
Yeah.
Maybe some more Enneagram workshops.
Yeah.
If you're interested in that, let us know. It's nice to have a list of names. It helps us with setting dates. So we'd love to hear from you.
So, in short, thank you so much for all the support and the messages that we've received last year. Um, it's this sense of community, and it's a community project. That's really our experience. So thank you very much for that, and may it be a wonderful journey for you in this coming year, deeper and really fulfilling.
Keep well, everyone.
We talk again next week. Bye bye.